Yeah, hello guys. Today another important session about 1000 most important MCQs for the zoology in the coming NEET exam 2026. This is the part 2 session, already done part 1. Okay, yeah, PYQs of like NEET. Okay, guys, this is the question: which of the following statement is incorrect? Okay, yeah, here this is the chapter which is excretion, elimination of excretory products. Okay, yeah, option A, podocytes are the epithelial cells of Bowman's capsule. Of course, option B, Henle loops play an important role in concentrating urine, and option C, vasa recta is absent or highly reduced in the cortical nephrons, and option D, micturition is carried out by reflex which is cannot be controlled voluntary muscles. Guys, this is the question did ask in the NEET 2021. Okay, yeah, explanation which is statement is incorrect. The statement is incorrect is here is what? Yeah, podocytes are epithelial cells of the Bowman's capsule. Absolutely right answer. Okay, this is Bowman's capsule and glomerular. Okay, there is the Bowman's capsule walls are made up of with squamous epithelial tissue. Squamous epithelial tissue. Okay, so this squamous epithelial tissue, they can enter into the glomerular like a projections like structures which is closely nexus to the glomerular called podocytes. Okay, yeah, Henle loop play an important role in concentrating urine. This is right. Okay, in the Henle loop, PCT, DCT, like Henle loop, this Henle loop which is involved in the concentrated urine because of it is deeply enter into the medullary part, medullary interstitial fluid. In the Henle loop there is a concentration gradient is there between them. Okay, there is a concentration urine is produced at the place of Henle loop. Okay, yeah, next, vasa recta is absent or highly reduced in the cortical nephrons. Nephrons are two types, which is medullary nephrons and cortical nephrons. Okay, yeah, medullary nephrons, okay, yeah, cortical nephrons, nephrons. Kidney has two parts. Kidney, two regions, medulla and cortex. Okay, if come to the like kidney, this region is cortex, this is medulla, okay. This actually nephrons into the medullary region. This is medulla pyramids. Cortical nephrons are, there is Henle loop is very reduced into the medulla, or absent. If the Henle loop reduced, there is a vasa recta which is blood vessel also reduced. I will give you the clear information regarding this. Is medulla. This is nephron, PCT, Henle loop, collecting duct, DCT. This is the nephron. Around the nephron there is a blood vessel called, that is peritubulary capillary, which is around the Henle loop. There is a blood vessel called vasa recta. Okay. So here vasa recta is what? This is the blood vessel around the vasa recta, around the Henle lobe, there is a vasa recta. This is the cortical nephron, where is highly reduced. Highly reduced in the medulla. If come to the medullary pyramid, this is cortical pyramid, cortical nephrons. If come to the medullary nephron, there is nephron deeply enter into the medulla. As well vasa recta also deeply enter. Vasa recta is highly coiled. Highly coiled here in the medullary pyramids. Cortical nephrons are, there is 85% of nephrons are cortical nephrons. These guys are only 15%. Okay? Yeah. Of course, vasa recta and Henle loop is highly reduced or absent. This vasa recta is highly deep into the medullary pyramid and Henle loop as well. Okay, I hope you guys understand this. Yeah, vasa recta absent or highly reduced in the cortical nephrons, of course, right. And micturition is carried out by, it cannot be controlled voluntary. No, it can be controlled. It can be controlled by voluntary muscles after attain certain age. Okay, it can be controlled after attain certain age. Okay, so fourth option is wrong answer. This is voluntary, that can be controlled. The micturition is controlled by certain voluntary muscles. Okay, yes. Voluntary muscles are there is a autonomous nervous system. Okay, yeah. Next question, this is the logical questions which is matching type, PYQ about NEET 2020. Okay, yeah, this is the match the following: Henle loops, ureters, urinary bladder and Malpighian body. Yeah, guys, you can easily find out. It is okay. Human excretory system, 2 kidneys, which is filter carried out by ureters. Ureters they can carry into the urine into the urinary bladder. Urinary bladder is excrete through the urethra. So 2 kidneys, 2 ureters and 1 urinary bladder and 1 urethra. This is about the human excretory system, yeah, and where there is a started of Henle loop and Malpighian body. This is located here in the kidney. There is a nephron which is filtered tube in the kidney. This is the Malpighian body. Malpighian body nothing but there is a glomerular part and Bowman's capsule, renal capsule part, okay, renal capsule which is Bowman's capsule and glomerular which is blood vessel together is Malpighian body, and Henle loop nothing but it is the renal tubule highly deeply part, okay. Henle loop here, yeah, Henle loop filtration of blood, no, transport of urine, concentration of urine and storage of urine. Henle loop as well concentration of urine which is filter here, no, will be made concentrated urine. Ureters are transport of urine, urinary bladder storage, of course, which is transported, storage here, okay, urinary bladder is storage urine. Malpighian body filter urine, where first started here filters urine, okay. This is all about this question, very easy question guys, okay, this kind of question very easy, okay, yes. Next question, yeah, it is application oriented question, application based, NEET 2018, okay, which of the following is not a part of renal capsule, yeah, which of the following is not a part of renal capsule, okay, renal capsule. So what is renal capsule is like here, just look into here, this is Bowman's capsule, okay, which is there is a blood vessel which is enter into the Bowman's capsule, efferent arteriole, this is capillary network and efferent arteriole, two arterioles, efferent and efferent, and there is a capillary network which is glomerular and Bowman's capsule, together we can call this is renal capsule, together we can call, okay. So guys, A is glomerulus, is part of this glomerular network, capillary network, glomerular, okay. Glomerular is the capillary network, okay. This is renal capsules and Bowman's capsule, of course this is the Bowman's capsule which is also the part of renal capsule, proximal convoluted tube and efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole, of course this is efferent arteriole which is also renal capsule, but the proximal convoluted tube not the part of the renal capsule. This is the right answer, not, okay. Yes, explanation, which is PCT is outside of the renal capsule, only glomerular and Bowman's capsule and make the renal capsule. Glomerular, efferent arteriole is a circulatory part of the blood vessel which is together to form renal tubule which is Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule glomerular as well we can call, which is Malpighian body or renal capsule, okay. Yes, I hope you guys understand this, okay. Next question, yeah, mechanism based question, NEET 2017, mechanism based question, guys. Which part of the nephron is mostly involved in selective reabsorption glucose and amino acid? PCT, proximal convoluted tube, Henle loop, distal convoluted tube, collecting duct. there is always a reabsorption going to take place throughout the nephron. Throughout the nephron, there is a reabsorption is going to take place. Okay, this is blood vessel. Throughout the nephron, there is a blood vessel. Okay, yeah. So PCT part, Henle loop, DCT part and collecting duct, there is a part is made up of with epithelial cells. There is a permeable membrane which is located in around the peritubular capillary network around the nephron. There is a interexchange of ions between them because of proximity of the two parts and permeability of the epithelial tissue. These are the reason for the interexchange of ion with the concentrated gradient. Okay, yeah. Here PCT part which is maximum 70 to 80%, 70 to 80% reabsorption is going to take place. Mainly where glucose especially 100% reabsorption going to take place. 100% glucose and amino acids going to take place in the PCT. 100% reabsorption of glucose going to take place in the PCT. Otherwise, there is a diabetes mellitus. Disease is take place if there is no absorption in the PCT parts, the glucose and amino acid as well. There is a part of this part they can easily reabsorbs. Okay, where it is a certain amount of glucose filtered in this, they immediately reabsorption in the PCT part. Okay, I hope you guys understand this. Next question. Innovative. This is the innovative piece PYQ NEET 2016 innovative. The maximum amount of electrolytes like Na plus, okay, K plus, Cl minus, okay, bicarbonate, HCO3 minus, HCO3 minus. How they can electrolytes and water, water from the glomerular filtrate absorbed in. Innovative question, maximum amount of electrolytes. Of course, PCT part I told you, right, which is 70 to 80%, 70 to 80% reabsorption is going to take place in the PCT, right? Yes, 70 to 80% reabsorption, maximum electrolytes are going to take place. Okay, I hope you guys understand this. Yes, analytical question which is NEET 2023. Okay, yeah, which one of the following substances are actively secretes into the renal tubule? Analytical questions. Renal tubule mostly absorb some elements are actively, passively. Actively mean there is a energy consumption is going to take place. Okay, yeah, actively secretes and actively absorbs also there. This is the ions which is glucose, urea, hydrogen ions and water. Water as well, it is permeable to the descending Henle loop passively, and glucose also and urea also they can passively absorption. Okay, glucose they can absorb and urea can absorb, water can absorb. This guys hydrogen ions are they can secretes actively secretes. Okay, where in the PCT part they can secretes in the DCT part also. Okay, yes, hydrogen ions. And one more thing, hydrogen ion secretes PCT and DCT as well everywhere, and there is a absorption is also there. Okay, yeah. Deep thinking PYQ, which is 2022 NEET, deep thinking. Okay, a person on a long fasting, his urine will be. This is also deep thinking. Look like a doctor, you have to like understand the question. Okay, dilute and high urine. Of course, if he is long fasting, mean does it mean he don't take water too? So it cannot dilute. Okay, yeah, it cannot dilute. So it can be eliminate, dilute. It can be eliminate, dilute. Okay, A and C directly you have to eliminate with the pure common sense. And concentrated and high ketone bodies, and D is the concentrated low urea. Low urea. No, it is high urea, low water. Okay, so this is also wrong. Concentrated and high ketone bodies. Ketone bodies, such a bodies which is protein. Okay, so keto group which is, okay, yeah. So B is the answer. The prolonged fasting, ketosis, increase the ketone bodies in the urine is called ketosis. Ketosis. Okay. Yes. Next question. Recent PYQ, clinical connection 2024. Which of the following clinical symptoms is most likely to occur in patient with chronic kidney failure? Chronic kidney failure, yeah. Hypoglycemia, hypo mean low. Hypo mean low. Low. Glycemia, glycemia mean glucose. Low glucose. In the urine, there is a low glucose. Hypoglycemia, in the urine, low glucose. They did ask the patient which is kidney failure. Kidney failure mean it is a filtrate problem. Filtrate problem mean there is no relevant to the glucose. Okay. Hyperkalemia. Hyperkalemia. Kalemia mean it is potassium ions in the blood. In the blood. Potassium ion in the blood. Of course, potassium ion, they do not secretes. Okay, they do not secretes. They do not absorb by renal tubule. So secretes into the renal tubule for the urine. Okay, so they can deposited in the blood itself. So hyperkalemia is the right answer. Low blood pressure, low blood urine is wrong. Low serum creatinine is wrong. Serum creatinine, of course, there is a kidney failure, guys. There is a serum creatinine, but chronic disease kidney patient in the blood, hyperkalemia is the excess kidney fails to excrete potassium ions in the like hyperkalemia. Okay, I hope you guys understand this level of questions. We will go through the next session further questions. Okay, stay NEET World, guys. NEET World providing you online courses available also for the cost of 3,300 rupees, just 3,300. Okay, with the material cost of 15,000 and exam papers as well. Every week test also there. Okay, every individual caring by the faculty and one-on-one session also there. If you doubts, directly contact to the NEET World. We can provide the quality education for roadmap for the 2026 medicine. Thank you. అయిపోలే ఇంకో 2 క్వశ్చన్లు ఉండే కానీ సౌండ్ వస్తుంది ఉన్నది పోతుందని